Good. Hello, everybody. We're back in Vintage Story, my vanilla playthrough. We're back at base where we left off last time. And this episode, we're going to be doing a lot of building. I'm going to start working on getting our windmill built. And I think I'm going to go over the nice cobblestone design. Um, Mostly we're going to be working on laying out like the groundwork for it. Like I'm probably going to redo this roof here, you know, that, or maybe I think I'm going to put it on top of this. I'm going to put a layer up there, take this roof out, and bring like a pillar down into here. Oh, there's some rotten food in that. And I think I'll move my quern into here, actually. And that way my quern is just in here, and I can just throw stuff in it, make flour in my cellar. That's what I think I'm going to do. And so you saw how I had this bowl full of rot. Well, what we can do is we can throw it in there. Oh, too far. Get it into the water. There we go. And you let it sit long enough, and notice the rot came out, and we got our crock back. It's a way for you to clean dishes, in case you ever are trying to figure out how to get rotten food out of like a bowl or a pot or something. That's how you do that. Let's see, what time is it in game? So it's late. I'm gonna put the character to bed. Actually, what I think I'll do, actually, so I was mentioning I want to do this out of, gonna do this mostly out of cobblestone here. Let me put this leather away once I remember where I've stored my leather. Am I seriously out of leather? I think I might be out of leather, folks. Beyond what I'm carrying in my inventory. Yeah, alright. Well, let me put this away real quick. Grab some of this clay and some of this andesite stone, because I think I'm going to build this out of andesite. Well, at least for like the building itself. There we go. Cool. There we go. Got some cobblestone. That'll be good for building with. Put my character to bed real quick so he can build in the morning. Also, I gotta get my character some more food. Already grumbling about it. Yep. We heard you. Just put that spear in the front because I like to keep a spear there. Alright. There we go. I forgot I made food last time. There we go. Character's all nice and fed. Head outside. Oh. Ooh, dodged. Oh. That one decided to fight back. So, these Bowtorn will sometimes do a quick like spin around to defend themselves. Alright, so coming over here. Let's see here. We know that's our charcoal pit there. What are you still doing out and about, Mr. Drifter? It shouldn't be too busy out here with drifters, but okay. Alright. I'm just gonna gather up some snowballs. I don't know what I'm gonna use these snowballs for. But this will help me find the edge of our area here. Alright, let's see here. Cut this grass. Oh, I didn't realize how much snow I had. Alright. I do find it funny that the snowballs just like disappear into the ground there. Alright, there we go. Snow gone. Cool. Okay, so I can just break it. That's interesting. Alright. So let's see here. We know that this is kind of our outer wall here. So what I think we'll do is we'll put down a little bit like that. Then I'm going to take some here. What is it for? What is my cobblestone recipe? Okay. Oh, right. I have to make it from the stones themselves. Hold on. Been going like, I know I can make stairs. Oh, I'll make stairs. Goodness. Alright, so what we will do, though, is I'm going to come along here and put down some cobblestone on the side of the house. There we go. Give us a nice little walkway. And now, I come into here and grab some more stones. Grab andesite specifically to make the stairs. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, is that enough? Am I going to be... Yeah, I'm one short. There we go. Needed 7. Thankfully, I have a whole crate full of andesite, so... There we go. There's some stairs. Nice. Okay. I completely forgot why I made the stairs. Right, so we're going to go stairs. Stairs. Yeah, so I'll need a few more. So let's go get, let's see here, we need 1, 2, 3 more, basically. Yeah, actually, yeah. Let me think about how I want to lay this out. Any more intersect? That's not what I wanted. There we go. That should be enough. So we'll make 2 more sets of stairs. There we go. It gets us up here. So what I think I'll do is put that one there. I'm going to knock this one out. Because I think this is where my door is going to be. Alright. And actually, what I might do... do this, because I actually think Because it's kind of what I'm thinking here. And that's going to be the hole that it goes down through. And this will be the staircase up. So that's what means it's probably going to need to be bigger. But that's okay. So, and we're also at 120 altitude, so we're going to need some more. But let me go. I'm going to throw those there. Maybe get some ladders, because we're going to need some ladders for all this. Don't have any ladders made. I don't think I have any ladders right now. I have some planks, though. So we can make ladders. There's some ladders there. Put this bag in here. Yep. Okay. Go into my craft menu here. Don't need a pulverizer. I do need a windmill rotor. What's it take to make this wooden axle? So I need fat. Okay. Chisel, hammer, we have that. Windmill rotor is some resin and some fat. So let's go ahead and make the rotor. So let's go get our fat. Got our fat. Alright. Got our resin. Grab our hammer and our chisel. So we get the chisel, hammer. Alright, so if we go hammer, chisel, 2 blocks of wood, 1 fat, 1 resin, get our windmill rotor. So if we look at this, okay, so let's go back into here. So we're going to need some angled gears and stuff. Okay. Okay, so that's how we make the large gears, which we're going to want a large gear probably. Maybe not off this first run, but we're going to have a place for it. Okay. Because all of this is eventually get a half hammer set up along with our quern, which is right there. So let's go into here. Let's go ahead and make some of these. There we go. So that gives us 12. And then to make the angled gears, going to need the saw and some sticks. Let's grab the saw. Got all the tools in here for the moment. How are you doing, sticks? Okay, there we go. So that was it. This, and hammer. And then we had what? A stick on either side, and then that, and that. Yes, there we go. So let's double up on that, because we're going to want two. There we go. All right. Don't need the saw anymore, so let's put that away. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and finish this off with those. There. Now we'll put these tools away for the moment. All right. We're going to have to make another saw soon. That'll be our next iron tool, will be an iron saw. All right. So we've got ladders. Let's make some more ladders. Oh, can these not be mixed? That's interesting. Ladders. Oh, it's stick. That's the problem. So you're going like, why can I not make ladders? I can. I just have to do it right. There we go. So put that in there. I'm going to put the fat and the resin together here because we're using it together. There we go. I'm going to put away this. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to put that away. I'm going to go ahead and make 4 more pieces of cobblestone. There we go. That. It's 4 more orders of cobblestone. There we go. Now let's go upstairs. Let's go back out here, because I do want to get this kind of running here. All right, so let's go up. There we go. Mostly because I just want to get this a little higher up. There we go. All right. Now, we don't have the ability to make a sail yet. Yeah, because if we don't have enough linen right now. But we might be able to forge enough for that. So let's see what we can do about this. I also need to see how these get placed down. Okay, so that is just that simple. Alright. So we're going to go up here. What I'm going to do is actually take this, make a couple blocks to use as kind of a platform up here. There we go. Now we've got like a little standing room up here. So it's not just, you know, a 1 pillar high thing. Okay. Okay, let's go down the ladder a little bit. Just kind of want to bring it up. And then we're going to need these gears. Can I? There we go. go. Okay. So what I'm going to do, come out this way. Oh, that did not work. Okay. What about you? Can I put you here? Yeah, maybe not. Ooh, I should not have survived that. But I did. Okay. Alright, I think I see an issue. But that's alright, we're going to work around this. I'm going to grab... Oh, why is that not cutting? Oh, is it the snow? Okay. I see a slight problem with the snow. That's alright. We'll make some more wooden blocks. That's fine. There we go. Just a few more wooden blocks. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go back up here. So what I might need to do, knock this off. Knock you off. We're going to do one more there. And we're going to grab our... Oh, so it does need a block. Interesting. So what we'll do that. Do that. Okay. Go back downstairs to get our dropped pieces. There we go. Looks a little bit better. Okay, so that's still doing that. Okay. There's a block there blocking the way. Alright, so let me knock this one off. I think I see the problem here. So if we do that... Aha! So that connects. Okay, so that's all I was doing wrong. There we go. So now we can actually knock this one down. There we go. So we've got a simple windmill. We just need the sails for it now. Okay. Grab all these bits and pieces here. And now, in theory, if we go down into here... Yep. There we go. Now, the thing is, what we have to figure out... Does this still count as a cellar? It does, but we're losing a little bit because it's open to the sky. That's what I was afraid of. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to knock this back out. Okay, there we go. We're going to grab this here. Plug that hole back up. See, now our parish times have improved again. Alright, so while we could do that, it's not going to be as Good. Alright. So that's fine. We can work with this. We can work with it. Alright, so let's... Do I have enough clay to make another one? I think I have some blue clay somewhere. Yeah, I got some blue clay, so we'll use a little bit of blue clay to make one more bit of cobblestone here. No, I just needed the one. Never mind. What am I doing? Alright, there we go. So what we're going to do, put that there. And get our quern. There we go. And that should connect. Looks like it does. Okay, so now we just need to get sails. That's going to be the start of our windmill. It's one of those things, as we progress, we will make adjustments and improve it. So we're going to put these extra pieces in here. And then in the morning, we will go looking for more flax. All right. Characters all topped off. So the next big quest is flax. Oh, I should have checked my crops outside. What time is it? 1 a.m. Grab this. Let me check. Still medium. Alright. And that's all growing. Kind of impressed with the number of crops that have survived, you know, winter here. Alright. That's okay. Let's go do a bit of scouting. We've got food. Shouldn't need armor. The other thing we're going to need to do... Alright, that's one of the things I was going to do. Check handbook. Crap. Not trapdoor. So that's the reed basket trap, which is good for like small animals like chickens and stuff. Reinforced wooden crate trap. Okay. It's still too small to catch many adult animals. The bait is held at the back. Alright, so we need nails for this. And planks. Planks are easy. Nails are the expensive part. Okay. So we're going to have to do some more mining here in the near future. But that's something we should do, especially if we want to capture some of the pigs. There's some spelt that we probably missed out on. Not the end of the world, though. Not super worried about spelt. I want flax. Walk past it. I wonder if we already harvested this. Could also be buried by the snow, theoretically. Okay, let's see here. It's a problem with foraging in winter. The crops and all don't really grow well. They're harder to see. I'm kind of surprised the wild crops are still there. I thought they disappeared during winter, but I guess they don't. Which is completely fine by me, because that's allowing me to continue even looking for flax. But normally I wouldn't have access to flax. Oh, hello. Thanks. Bad drifter. 2 of you? Just spawned. Oh, that's because a portal just, like, opened up. These are also a source of flex. And we even got some. And a temporal gear, apparently. It wasn't how I was intending on getting my flex, but I won't deny it. I was surprised at the number of temporal gears I've gotten in this playthrough. Yeah. Alright, well, it's time for us to get back to base before this becomes a real problem. Because I'm much lower on health than I thought I was. So what happens when you switch from wearing armor to not wearing armor? Don't even think about it. There we go. So around here I have some bandages though. There we go. I don't know if I actually ever reset my spawn point back to base. I just realized that. Okay, we'll get bandaged up here. Get the healing going. There we go. Alright, so how's that put me? So there's one more twine. I got some more fibers. So we're just over halfway to our next bit of stuff. Let me go ahead and actually reset my respawn to here. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's do this. Put that there. Let's wait till the sun actually comes up before we go and venture out too much more here. I will take this opportunity to maybe... I needed to make a new saw anyway, so we'll do a little bit of smithing. We got some tin bronze. Here we go. We've got some copper. So we will make some nails, because we need some nails anyways. There's my brown coal. And we'll grab my tongs. Grab the hammer. Grab a torch. Go. Put these things in here. Character's all nice and fed. I'm gonna grab one of these. I'm gonna make another saw. I'm gonna make an iron saw. Slowly but surely replace all my copper equipment with iron. And same with my bronze equipment. Put this over here for now. What I'll do is once that starts to reach its temperature, should I just go ahead and throw another piece of coal in there real quick. It's a good thing to do until morning because I'll use this copper to make some nails. And then I can use those nails to make that other thing I wanted. I think it was what? The trap I wanted, that's right. So this copper's just about right. I like to get it up to about 900. There we go. Throw in one more piece. Nails and strips. Boop, boop, boop. Bring all these over. Oh, hello. Yes, I see you there. There we go. Bring you over. Bring you over. And there we go. Down. So one of the cool things is, once you get your olive hammer set up going, and you can start making plates, you can actually make nails and strips a lot faster. Because basically you can use the half hammer to make plates out of your metal, and then you can make your plates into like 8 nails and strips at a time instead of 4. There we go. I'm going to go throw this in the water to quench here real quick. Oh, come on. There it goes. How's our iron ingot doing here? Pretty close. There we go. Got some nails and strips now. So we can use that to make that crap I want to make, because we're going to get into farming, folks. That's the goal. We're going to get into farming. I want pigs. And I want chickens. So let's see here. What was the tool I wanted? No. Though I do need to make an iron anvil soon. It was the saw blade. That's what I wanted. That's what I was trying to make, folks. I was trying to make a saw blade. Silly Thalan. Can't remember what's going on. Alright, there's that. And that. Here we go. And 2 more pieces to move over. Oh, missed it. There he goes. And now we just snip off the extra bits. I like to just flip it around. There we go. Alright. And it's a saw. Now, the cool thing is, instead of quenching it, which would be what we were supposed to do, there we go. There is our new and improved iron saw, which will have much more durability on it than the copper one does. Beautiful. Okay, now, how do we make that trap again? So this. Trap. Interesting. It doesn't show me when I look at the nails. Where'd I put... Oh, actually, let me get this that way. Okay, let me get these. Each. Reinforced crate trap. Yark iron. Tin bronze. Bismuth. Oh, can I not use copper? Ew. 1, 2, 3. So I also need 20 planks. Well then. How's that? I don't have enough planks or the right types of nails. Alright, well. That was a complete waste of making nails. At least it's morning now. So let's head back outside here into the world. I hear you, Boathorn. Ow, you got me. Normally you guys are out of my hair by now. There you go. Alright. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that one easily. Alright, so that's that done. Oh, ow. Rude. Yeah, you stop that. They're still wearing out and about. Normally they've cleared out by this time of day. Alright, I see you. You coming to bother me too. Good lord. I'm just out and about trying to get my stuff. is. It's only medium activity, too. That's what's weird. Well, at least we got one more piece of fiber. I guess I better start carrying bandages around. Since apparently the drifters have decided, you know, bothering me is how they're going to spend their days. There we go. All bandaged up. Alright. Let's see if I can't get out here and do the exploring I wanted to do. We're getting so rudely beset by drifters. Alright. Let's see if we've got any more flax over here. That's anywhere near ready. Nope. This is all still too early to harvest. Get over this way. It's all still too early to harvest. It's also rye, not flax. That one's close, but still too early. That one will probably be ready like the next day or two. What time is it in the game? 8 a.m.? It'll be dark out for 8 a.m. in the game. Look at this bit over here. I walked past it. Where is it? It's right here. We're not. Not seeing any. My cat's doing something in the background and I'm trying to figure out what it is. Anyways. Alright, back to searching for flax. Hole in the ground. Flax, flax, flax. I'm going to edit out a lot of this so y'all don't have to just watch me wandering around looking for flax. Definitely heard a wolf. Let's see here. I think there's a wolf up in these hills here. Not seeing any wolves, but I heard some. But let's go see if we can't find our way back over this direction. I wish the building supplier guy there sold linen. I would totally buy some right now. Come down in here. Yep, drifters. Shivers. I don't feel like dealing with right now. There we go. Work my way out with some of this extra material I don't need. Something to explore later. Let's head back over this way, because I know there was some flax over here. I should also check and see if any of this resin is ready for harvest. Yes, it is. Get some resin. It's always good to keep stocking up on resin. Try not to walk through the portal, or rift, I should say. Since apparently it's very driftery out today. Okay, one of these has some resin on it somewhere. There it is. It's that one. There we go. Might as well grab it while we're here. Heavy temporal storm. That's fun. There's some more flax over there. Let's see if it's ready. So it looks like it might be. And it is. There we go. That's enough, I think, to make one more piece of linen. I just wish I remembered which trader sells linen. I'd go and probably buy the last of the linen I need. There's some more right there. Is this ready? Ah, it's so close. It's like one day out. I was going to try and get those goats at some point. Because apparently the goats, I didn't know this, produce large hides. That one's not ready. And the large hides, I'm sure you all have noticed, are slightly more efficient when it comes to certain types of crafting. If you've been looking at the crafting recipes as I've been looking at them. Like, you get more leather from a large hide. The large hides can be used to make, the warm clothing a little more efficiently. Let's see here, this flax is also all still not quite ready yet. Oh, there's some more resin right there. Might as well grab it over here. Yep. There's some more right there, too. Look at that. For being winter, this has actually been a pretty good foraging day. Not the stuff I've been looking for so much, but just in general. Be nice if I could find a bit more flax, though. I really need to go out on that, like, far northeast side over there, where I was exploring previously. The parsnips are almost ready. Here's our apple tree. It's dormant currently. Let's see here. You can hear another rift over there. All right. So we made it kind of all the way around our general foraging area. There might be a little bit more flax up this way. We'll take a look at it real quick. If not, we're going to have to go well out past the pond that I kind of live by. Because we're so close to having that sail made. Or that set of sails, which will get us at least the first part of our windmill done. Now, idealistically, we're probably going to need a couple more. If we're going to be honest here, realistically, I mean, not idealistically, realistically. We're probably going to need to do full, like, 4 sails. So, you can actually, a fuller set. So, like, we'll put fuller sails on that one rotor. But probably what we'll do is we'll end up attaching multiple rotors to that. One kind of going each direction. Now here, let me show you what the bees do. So, these bees are technically harvestable right now. But notice they're not dividing. They won't divide during winter. And if I harvested them, they wouldn't repopulate the ships. So we need to leave those be for now. So I'm going to prepare. I think we're going to head way out this direction. Because there's a lot of flax back in here that we didn't harvest last time. We were out that way. So let me check and see what I've got in my inventory. I'm going to prepare a trip out there. Actually, honestly, we could probably just go. There's nothing I have is going to spoil on me that fast. The flax in there. Alright, let's go on a journey. And again, I'll edit out the long kind of walking parts of this. Alright, folks, we're back. It's morning. We have survived the very harrowing experience of the heavy temporal storm. I'm just working on getting my character a little bit of food here. And we're going to make a porridge with some vegetables and some meat in it here. Yep. But during the heavy storming... One of my characters acting like he's outside here. So we can see there's still some things. But I made some tin bronze, and I also made myself some iron nails. And we're still waiting for the storm to finish clearing up. Or the drifters who joined us. Can I not put meat in that? No, I cannot. Okay. Guess I'll have to make a soup. So that's alright. Actually, we could make a soup. Do an extra one of those. An extra onion. Yeah, we'll figure that out in a second. See, how much longer is that meat going to be fresh for? 9 days? Yeah, let's go get this porridge made first, then we'll make the soup here. There we go. Put away my hammer. It's acting like this is not fully enclosed. I wonder if this waddle does not count as fully enclosed anymore. I'll have to fix that. That's fine. Like, I'm not opposed to that being the case. But, you know, we're going to have to make changes. So let's see here. Do I have... No, I don't. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll grab a bucket. Bring that in here. I'm going to show you all how to make soup. Grab this crock here. There we go. there. Beautiful. Alright, so now... So we need a vegetable. Let me grab one more vegetable here. There. Oh, there's my vegetables. Here we go. We'll grab a turnip as well. There we go. Gonna be a meat and vegetable soup here. The way this works. We take this, we put like some water there. And we put like a vegetable here. And I think we can do meat. There we go. And now we'll create one serving of turnip soup with stewed red meat and all that. And that'll let us use up that last red meat. So it's 1 liter to 1 vegetable. So, you know, now that has the advantage of obviously allowing you to mix and match things a little more easily. Good. Put our bucket back down there. Close this up. Yeah, I think that waddle doesn't count, so we're gonna have to like close that in. Get this finished here. There we go. Cool. Put that back on there. Alright, that should give us plenty of food to take our journey to the far end of the lake like I wanted to. Temporal rift activity is low, my goodness. But the bow torner's still out and about. Which they can keep that. But it's also caused me to use up like all the bandages I've had stashed away. Because I had some drifters spawning in my house, so I'm going to have to do something about that. That's probably going to involve putting in more lights to reduce the spawn during those storms. Really rather annoying. And we have some flax here. Unfortunately, this flax isn't ready for being harvested. Let's go market. Well, we now know that there's a little bit of flax right there. So hopefully we don't come across anything too dangerous like a bear. A bear would be very unfortunate right now. But I did make some iron nails so that I can also make one of those traps we were talking about. So I can hopefully start working on my farm project. Let's see here. Here's another pink apple tree that is currently dormant for the winter. I think I'm just going to have to take cuttings of these things to get them to actually produce fruit, because they didn't produce fruit. I checked them several times during the fall months. They're just nothing. Because they're supposed to produce in fall. It's like this whole thing that the trees have to do. They like have to survive a freeze like this where they go into a dormant state. And then they will produce fruit and stuff. It's this whole thing. That I don't know super well. Oh, we got some carrots. And these are ready. We'll take these carrots. Some last minute carrots for the season. Nope, that's not ready. Not ready. And we got some turnips here. Those turnips ready though. Okay. Not what I set out for, but I'm not going to say no to it either. Put this torch away. There we go. Alright. Which is good, because I didn't have a lot of carrot seeds. So, those extra carrot seeds will be nice. Let's keep working our way up here. See if we can't find some more flax. We got some right there, but it is not ready for harvest. Oh well. Continue on our way. There's a whole bunch of flax on that hill back there, basically. In that kind of open grassland area. What about here? These carrots aren't quite ready. So get me not flour. All the carrots. Weird to only see like one carrot. Usually there's more than one. Alright, we got some more flax around here somewhere. According to my map marker. Here it is. It's not ready yet. That's okay. We're just scouting about, looking to see what we can find. Because honestly, if we can get enough, flax fibers to make one more linen, we can make the initial sales for our windmill, and it might even start turning for us, which would be nice. So, one of the nice things about wintertime, well, it is unfortunate for the animals, and they have, low weight, meaning you don't get as much meat. Okay, I'll take this and I'll use that to make stuff. Oh, hello, pig. And we got some flax. Nice. That flax is ready. This flax is also ready. So that is a sow. Boar. Sow. So we got our pigs right there. We just got to figure out a good trap to put them in. Oh. That flax isn't marked on my map. Especially since there's more right here. So let me put that on my map real quick. But we're going to try and capture these pigs. Probably in the next episode. I don't have the stuff on me right now, but I can go back to base and quickly solve that. Because basically what I'll do is I'll build a small little pit type trap. And I'll throw a animal feeder in it. And the animal feeder will lure them into it. And then I can get them to breed and use a small trap to capture the babies and start off, an extra generation or two further along. Just reorganize this a little bit. There we go. But that was 4, so that's one more strand of the twine. We need 4 twine, so we need in total 16 flax fibers. We get those 16 flax fibers, we get our windmill. I'll keep scouting around, and I'll let you know if I find any more flax worthwhile, and basically what the outcome of our foraging mission turns out to be here. Okay, folks. I've been doing a whole bunch of scouting around and foraging, and I still don't have quite enough flax to finish the windmill. We're very close. Now, you can see that I do have a large animal trough, some fencing, and some flax grain in my inventory. And that's because I also went ahead and built my reinforced wooden crate trap while I was working on getting flax as well as passing some time. And that's so that I can work on capturing the animals. This is going to be my barn I'm working on here. It's not pretty yet. I'm just using some packed earth while I have that as a freely available resource. I also got some more, flowers that I dug up here that I'm just going to put down real quick. It's interesting. The flower melted the ice. Weird. I also have this berry bush, which we'll put right there. These are some things I picked up while I was working on this, on getting that put down. So, but long term, we're going to try and get those pigs going, because the pigs, well, winter's not a great time for the pigs. They're not happy during winter. Pretty sure I just missed that flax being ready over there. We can get them captured fairly easily right now, especially since we know where they're hanging out at. And once we have them, we can breed them and raise them, and we'll have basically just an infinite source of meat and animal fat and hides from the pigs. The pigs are just great for that. I was hoping that flax would be ready. And the chickens will be great because that'll keep us in feathers for making things like arrows, because we saw how effective arrows were against the boss in the archives. And so we're going to want more arrows. I'm specifically going to want some more iron arrows. So we're also going to have to do some more iron mining. And I think, once we kind of get through the winter here a bit better, we're going to head over to the treasure hunter after we finish some of these projects around the base, such as just getting my windmill up and running. Because that'll let us do things like, grind resources and things much more quickly Like, I know the treasure hunter trader buys certain types of bread, so if we had bread to sell him, you know, that would be good. What is this here? Did I, like, mine down in here for some reason? Oh, there's that goat I've been hearing. Well, we're not going to let Mr. Goat go to waste here. Oh, there we go. I feel bad about doing that because it was low weight, but it was trapped down in here. But that's still a nice amount of meat and hides. And, oh, we got goat horns, which are valuable, apparently. Or no, not valuable. Anyways. And then what we can do is we can go ahead and oil these hides up, because I needed 2 more medium hides anyways, so that actually works out really well for me. And that'll give me some more bones. So one of the things they've changed is, you know, what kind of bones you get from animals. But I was wondering why I kept hearing a goat over here and never saw one. And there we go, now we know. Goat was trapped in one of my mine holes that I'd created. I don't even know why. I think that was an area where I'd found some copper and had mined out, so it's kind of hilarious. Not my intention to trap that poor goat down there, but there you go. That's how you can trap animals. Yeah, normally you'd put like an animal feed box like what I've got in my inventory down in there to attract the animal to go down into your hole, but that one just did it on its own. So there we go. I was checking the last bit of flax over here before I call it for this episode, because again, I'm very close. I can almost, like, this one's at 7 out of the 9 growth stages, so we're very close. We can just see our initial windmill just barely eluding us. But anyways, folks, I want to thank you all for joining me today. It's been Thalan McRom, playing a little vanilla vintage story. I'm going to be making some short episodes where we just do little things here around the base, kind of as we wait for winter to finish passing. So expect to see a lot of like heavily edited episodes, you know, where you're not just watching me wander around milling about looking for whatever I can find. So, but again, thank you all for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed the episode. Leave comments. If you got tips, tricks, ideas, things you would like to know about, let me know. Because I could make some tutorial videos. Not that I'm an expert. Like, don't get me wrong. There are certainly people who know more about the game than me out there. But, you know, I can share what I do know for people who are interested and want to know. Like, I can't wait to try out this windmill thing. I've never actually made one in the game before. It says I should be looking at some flax right here, but I'm not. But anyways, we'll catch you all in the next one. And thank you all for joining me.